When you're on land, there are traffic rules and regulations that vehicles follow. Over at sea, while you don't have clear markings that separate lanes, there actually exists a set of rules on how vessels are expected to move relative to one another. 4 decades ago, each country had its own set of maritime rules, but in 1972, the United Nations Maritime Organization came up with the codified rules for traffic and on sea lanes and open seas. This is called the International Regulations for Preventing Collisions at Sea, which is still in effect up to now. Guidelines for ships were standardized and traffic separation schemes were adopted. First, when two ships are heading toward each other, both have to turn to their starboard side or their right side. Second, if a ship is crossing into another vessel's path, the one on the left must turn to the right, while the ship on the right side should continue sailing on. Also, ships are required to assign lookouts 24 hours a day. The guidelines also standardize the lights on ships, and these are also color-coded. The color coding makes it easier to recognize which part of the ship is facing you, especially if there's low visibility in severe weather and during emergencies. The mast, which is the tall vertical spar found on top of a ship, carries a white light. The left side of the ship or the port side must have a red light, while the right side must have a green light. Then there's the time-honored rule, which states that the nearest ship must come to the aid of a vessel in distress. The Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, or SOLAS, also put into formal writing the time-honored code that the nearest ship should respond to the distress call of a vessel. Under the convention, all ships that have the capacity to help must lend their hand to any stricken vessel. That is, regardless of the flag of that vessel, or which flag either vessel flies, rather. And it also doesn't matter if the two countries are at war. What matters is that if you're nearby and you can respond, then you should help. In 2006, the rule was expanded to include illegal immigrants trying to cross the Mediterranean Sea and other bodies of water. The universal rule of the sea is simple: avoid mishaps, but if necessary, help those who need it.